Hello, and welcome to another update video on Link. I'm here on the daily time frame. It's a chart that you guys probably already know. It's a chart where, well, where we can see all the relevant support and resistance levels for Link. We have obviously we had a very strong sell-off, like across the sector. It wasn't only Link being affected, it was really across the sector. And so the main problem at the moment that we're dealing with is the data quality. That is something that is very much, I think, underestimated across analysts or influencers, creators, whoever talks about charts. But I think it is completely underestimated, because how can you develop proper microstructures without proper data? The problem is, some of you might not even know that, but the problem is that this swing low that formed here on Friday, the 10th, on Coinbase, we have a low at 1525 roughly, and on Binance the low was just like at around 830. So which one do we use? I think we might have to track them both going forward, at least until the market has clearly told us which scenario it subscribes to, you could say, which scenario it's following, because it's not entirely clear. So we have to consider them both, and they're both so different that we just have to, I think, be a little bit patient, maybe be a little bit cautious until really clean and clear structures emerge, because what we see there at the moment isn't clear yet. It's important, and that remains relevant. It's important that the market breaks above the yellow trend line, regardless, right? Whether the low was actually here, whether I call that a reset of the larger B wave or the larger wave 2, or the low indeed formed here in this region. Regardless, I mean, we need to get above that yellow trend line. It's coming in around $27.50, and we need to get above that level. We need to get above that level to then unlock prices in the region of around $47 plus. That remains my view. But Link still seems to like its place in the range, right? Doesn't seem to have any hurry to leave that range to the upside. And yeah, that is something that we got rejected from up here a few times. The nearest micro support area I can offer here on the daily time frame is this one. It's between $13.30 and $19.40. You will also see that on our smaller time frame. And why is it relevant? Because it's the standard support area for a wave 2 correction. Standard support for a wave 2. We're currently holding above it. Now again, on Binance, clearly we didn't, but that's maybe just more of an exchange glitch than actual market sentiment. And so I'm watching this area, paying particular attention to this area for a reaction. Now, what do we need to see? As always, guys, we need to see a 5-wave move to the upside from any low. And so I'm tracking the potential for an upside reversal, of course, on the smaller time frame. And we will talk about that right now. So let's go to the shorter time frame for Link. And I mean, I still see the potential, in Q4 that we could get some nice movements to the upside, but it really hasn't started yet. And I mentioned it over the last few days in some of the videos here on this channel, that I think it might be due to Ethereum's potential to take Ethereum dominance higher, to then essentially, once Ethereum dominance has reached a local top, to build that sentiment, right? To build that sentiment so that altcoins can make a comeback. I'll talk about that more on the Ethereum videos. And also, I post that regularly on our X channel, so make sure you follow that as well. I put the link for our X channel into the comment section for you guys. Now, if we look at the microstructures here for Link, I mean, the move down can be classed, for example, as a WXYXZ structure. There are however, many other scenarios I could come up with. The problem is data quality here at the moment. It's holding our FIB support area. You saw that around 1330. That's really the main support here. And then here on the 1 hour time frame, you can also see the trend line. There are two trend lines here even. The first one for short-term resistance, currently coming in around $22.50. And above, we've got around $27.50. Now, you can see also that from the low, and again, data quality, right? It's a thing. Is this really the data that I can use for precision or, for precision counting? I don't think so. So please, please, please treat everything with a pinch of salt at the moment. Yeah. I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, Elliott Wave doesn't work, it broke support. Well, guys, the data is just not clear at the moment. So I would not see it as unlikely that we break support. It's actually quite likely. It's quite likely. However, I give the bulls the chance because what we often see after such a let's say rapid sell-off event, we often see a recovery. Now, what we haven't seen, and that's a bit concerning, we haven't seen any we haven't seen any V-shaped recovery. Normally, what we would need to see is some kind of a V-shaped recovery after such an event. That is something that is normal. When people are getting shaken out, then we often see a rapid reversal to the upside. Now, if that doesn't happen, it means the buying pressure is just not there. It means the sentiment is just not there yet for the bulls to take the lead, really, right? So it remains a weak chart at the moment in the short term, while overall it's probably one of the more, let's say one of the more stable charts in the sector at the moment. In the very short term, it seems weak. So, as I already said, the move that we see from the Friday low appears to be only a 3-wave move up. So I can label this an ABC structure. Just looks weak. Just looks weak. The pullback so far, however, also looks like a 3-wave move. So, I mean, I cannot rule out that we're forming maybe here a diagonal pattern. That is something that I would consider, but we need to hold micro support. It's the micro support zone that we talked about in previous videos already, $16 to $18. Now, again, it would be, it's more than speculative, right? Because first of all, we have unclear data, and then the ABC structure to the upside is obviously not a confirmation for a reversal. It's clearly a 3-wave move. So that means the pullback, as long as it's also a 3-wave move, at least, a diagonal would be possible. But then the third wave would also be an ABC structure. So something to keep an eye on. I will remove these again because we're not working on wave 3 yet. So, I mean, all eyes basically need to be on this micro support zone here between 1682 and, or actually rather 1741 is next support, and $16. So for now, chart seems to be in a local downtrend. I'm going to watch these particular micro support levels. And if we see any impulsive upside reaction, it might be the start of that third wave, that internal third wave there to the upside. That's the update on Link. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in additional updates, make sure to check out our membership, but also our X channel for additional charts, news, updates. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.